no, good resiliency, and I believe in the fourth. So I think they started the third 10-1 maybe, right? It was 4 at halftime, I believe. So then they got to 13, and we had a good stretch there. PJ scored right away on a cut, like a layup. And then we got a couple of stops. In the fourth quarter, when we made a run, I thought it was more good defense, which led to fast breaks. We scored some in transition. So, PJ got the 2 threes, 5-on-4s, and then Melo hit a big 3. Obviously, the one he walked into there when we had an advantage. So I thought it was, again, without watching the film, good, solid defense that led to some good chances in transition, and we finished.
You mentioned resiliency. A game like this, what does it mean for you guys to be able to, as you said, fight off the adversity from the third quarter and find a way to win this game when maybe in weeks past you probably wouldn't have done that probably?
Yeah. Oh, no. When you beat, they're a good team, obviously, and they're hard to play against. And you have to have a lot of guys play well. We had a lot of guys play well. Guys off the bench, the starters. And you know what? We kept, we hung in there when we were down, or like you said, when they made their runs, we made some plays, and again, hopefully something we can build on.
And then with Melo, he didn't shoot the ball very well first 3 quarters, but the fourth quarter, what did you see from him? Just kind of seemed like he took the game over with 13 points and stuff.
Yeah, and he had 2 big drives. But the one thing he did, and I know he had some turnovers, but he was great against the zone in the first half. So it won't show up, but we were getting the ball to better places against their zone than we did the first 2 games, and it was primarily his passing. So he did a lot of good things. I thought he had a big play when he hit the floor, which led to a jump ball on the side away from our bench in the second half, and then a jump ball which we got, and then ended up getting a fast break layup. And he obviously had 2 big threes in the fourth, but he had 2 good drives too.
Steve, I know we talked about injuries a lot this year, but the 3-point shooting showed up big today in the third quarter. I think it was 6 of 10 you guys win. Is that something that this team can kind of get back to where they were a year ago when all those pieces come back? Is that just simply the biggest factor into the numbers?
Well, if you look at our offense, so I believe we're still top 6 or 7 ball hitting the paint, which is in many ways, it's one of the biggest indicators, right? You need to be inside out. I remember Phil Jackson saying many years ago, no matter how we change the rules, one thing will never change is penetration. Basketball is a game of penetration. Look at every team, what their points per possession is when the ball hits the paint versus when it doesn't. We've been good at that all year. Now, the one thing about the 3-point shooting, and that's why it's not fair to some of these guys, is we haven't, though, all year gotten the quality of shots that we would have had if we had all these guys on the floor. When you have, when you have more guys, we've played some games where we've taken a lot of threes, but a lot of them weren't great shots, just because we don't have the ability to put as much pressure on the defense. So, they're whatever they are, top 5, 6 defensive team. And tonight, both the man and zone, I thought we got pretty good shots, which against them is hard to do.